student, welcome to the lecture on creative writing, and after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Discuss creative writing, explain the basic of designing a leaflet, explain the basic of designing a brochure, discuss advertising lines, Introduction to creative writing. Creative writing is anything where the purpose is to express thoughts, feelings and emotion rather than just convey information. It is the process of inventing rather than presenting our thoughts in an appealing way.
When writing short stories, how are we supposed to figure out what the characters say and what they are doing while they talk?
I have trouble knowing if I should include details about what characters look like and what kind of environment they're in.
Aren't short stories really just the same thing as television shows?
Those are all good questions, class. Let's try to do a project and see if we can figure out some of the answers. For this project, you'll use a program called Extra Normal. You can create your animated video online, or you can download the Extra Normal software for Windows onto your computer for free. Downloading the software is a good idea because it gives you a lot more flexibility in terms of customizing your scene.
How long does it have to be?
Your finished scene should be between 8 and 10 minutes long.
How difficult is it to use the software?
Well, it took me about an hour to figure out the basic controls, like how to choose a location, how to choose and place characters, how to choose voices, and how to assign dialogue to different characters. Then it took me about another hour to play with things like having characters make gestures and using advanced camera controls. This video will take me between 3 and 4 hours to create. Plus, don't forget the time it will take you to think about and write your scene. Honestly, altogether, you'll probably have to spend about 10 hours on this project.
Can I write my dialogue about pigs in outer space if I want?
No, even though I want you to be creative, you should stick to real-world situations, things you would actually write a short story about. And you have to keep your movie in one location. There's no scene switching in Extra Normal.
How are you going to grade us on this?
I'm going to grade you mostly on the way you execute the story. So that means it should contain the elements of plot, conflict, rising action, climax, and denouement. It should also reflect careful development of character with the visual choices you make reflecting that, and good use of dialogue.
I have to go to an advising appointment.
What if we have trouble with this project?
The library has a digital media lab. The people who work there are pretty familiar with Extra Normal and can probably help you. You can make an appointment to talk to someone over there to get help with your project. You can also just go in anytime the computer lab is open to use the software on their computer. For the rest of class today, we'll talk about the 10-minute plays you read and how they might be able to function as models for this project. I'll also demonstrate the software so that you can see how it works, and we can talk about any questions you might have. Okay, let's get started.
Let us know some key points for writing creatively. The beginning. This is when the writer finds a topic. The purpose. It carries out the writer's compelling desire to imagine, invent, explore, or share. The form. Any form using a writer's imagination is suitable for creative development of some element of fiction. The audience. A specific audience may not be known in the beginning, but if the text has a universal meaning, it will cater to a wide range of people and will have a varied meaning for all. The style. A writer's style comes from an array of choices that result in the sole ownership of the finished products. A good write-up has the ability to rejuvenate the readers mentally and emotionally. Leaflet. Let us now begin with what are leaflets. Leaflets are a type of open letter or postcard designed to be handed out to people either by hand, by post, inserted in local newspaper for distribution, left in venues, shops, restaurants, cafes, libraries, or anywhere they can catch someone's eye. A leaflet gives a chance to put across our argument and to draw attention to our cause organization, or event. As people can take leaflets with them, it means they have more time to absorb our message and also keep a visual reminder of it. Now let us see how a leaflet is designed. The size and shape of a leaflet is a major factor in its own success. A leaflet that cannot fit in one's pocket will be thrown away. Leaflets are usually made out of a single sheet of paper, A4, folded in half, A5, or in 3, A6. A leaflet gives us a chance to present our ideas clearly and with a graphical impact. There are 4 clear tasks in the design of a leaflet. Decide what you want to say. That is your goal. Be clear about the point you want to make. Text editing. The text must be persuasive, interesting to read, catchy and memorable. Format the text to make it punchy. Use short paragraphs and bullet points to make the text easily understandable. Picture design. Make sure your pictures help to get your message across. Also ensure that you have permission to reuse the pictures that you are using for your leaflet. Layout design. The layout needs to be thought very carefully. Think where to put the blocks of text, pictures, headings, and also about the color scheme of the leaflet. Let us now focus on the format of a leaflet. The standard leaflet is A4 size that is convenient for filling. A5 size is used for smaller consumer brochures. A leaflet with 2 concertina folds works well for small hotels, financial services, direct mails, and in-store leaflets. There are different types of leaflets. Single sheet leaflet. In a single sheet leaflet, on the front side is usually a photograph. The copies is restricted to a heading, perhaps a tagline or a slogan, and on the reverse is technical information with the company's name and details. 4-size leaflet. It is a more generous one which allows us to convey more information. Its front page just has a headline, photo and logo, leaving the inside space for text. The last page can be used for technical information or can be left blank. Staplered brochure. These brochures provide 8, 12 or 16 pages or any other multiple of. If we have a range of products, this will work excellent for the extra space that it provides. Folder. Use a folder if you have several leaflets, each on a different topic. We can also use it when the information is subject to change or expansion. Brochure. A brochure, also referred to as a pamphlet, is a leaflet. Brochures are also advertising pieces mainly used to introduce a company or organization and inform about products and or services. The most common types of brochures are the bifold and the trifold brochures. Brochures are usually printed using 4-color process on thick gloss paper to give an initial impression of quality.
Bob is a small business owner who wants to promote his business using online video and social media, but he doesn't have time. Bob meets Tony from Local Vision TV.
Hi, Bob.
Tony explains to Bob how Local Vision TV can produce eye-catching videos like the one you're watching right now. Bob says,
That's great, Tony. But then what do I do with it?
Tony shows Bob how quickly his video can be shared using the variety of social media. Bob explains that his business doesn't have a Facebook page and he doesn't know how to twit.
That's tweet, Bob. No worries, we can handle that for you.
Meet Tabitha.
Hi, Bob.
Tabitha shows Bob how she can customize his Facebook page and Twitter account for his business. Bob looks worried.
I don't have time to keep that up. I'm not an idea person. Will people like me?
Tabitha, sensing Bob's apprehension, quickly explains how Local Vision TV will manage his accounts, generate posts, and build a following to help him increase his search engine optimization. Bob is thrilled.
Yippee!
He can continue to do what he does best, run his business, while Local Vision TV takes care of his online marketing. Bob can't wait to star in his own video.
A brochure is basically a creatively designed advertising medium, so it is important to learn how to write and design a brochure. The target audience. Before everything else, know the people with whom you'll be communicating. It will help you to custom design the brochure according to the customer's needs and wants, thus a bigger chance for the customer to read on. Your brand. You should not forget what you and your company are all about. Imprint in every part of the brochure what you represent and stand for. After knowing your intended audience, help them relate to you. Do not just speak, be understood. Catch their attention. Once you have got them, write everything that they will want to know about you. Write about things that would be of their interest. It's always about the audience. Design it like how you prospect readers would want it to be. Use imaginary and color that can relate to both the audience and the company. You can use the text as a design element, but make sure it is clear and readable. A call to action. After all the designing and thinking, do not forget to put your contact details. Also, end the text as promising and persuasive as possible. Print it perfectly. Lastly, make sure that the brochure is printed as vibrant and as clean as possible. There are many kinds of brochures available for print. Therefore, investing on the best possible brochure type that would fit your business is a priority. Let us note the various types of brochures. Supplementary brochures. Known as the supporting material inside press kit or the other promotional tools, these full-color brochures provide additional information about a product or service. Direct mail brochures. This type of printed brochure is sent direct at the doorstep of the people on a company's mailing list. They can go along catalogs, postcard, and other promotional items that could be mailed. Promotional brochures. They should always be part of big ventures like a sale. They help a lot in spreading the message. Technically, there are many kinds of brochures according to the folds. Let us learn about the most common ones. Bifold brochures. They are found among us every day. This folding forms 4 panels, a front cover, a back cover, and 2 internal panels. Front is for heading, back for contact details, and the inner panels are reserved for the content. Trifold brochures. They are thin and easy to carry and tempt viewers to open it as they cause intrigue. They have 6 panels to place information on, which is an advantage over other brochure types. Gatefold brochures. They are not very common, so they produce a great impact when appropriately used. It has 4 folds, thus resulting in 8 panels. They are arranged very wide graphs and are printed in high quality to ensure a long lifetime. Advertising lines. Advertising lines or slogans or taglines are short lines that add a description of a brand or product.
Well, way up north where the air gets cold, there's a tale about Christmas that you've all been told, and a real famous guy. And he spends the whole year working on his sled. It's the little St. Louis.
There are different kinds of advertising lines that perform different functions. Descriptive line. It is the action that describes the product. Superlative line. It represents the product in a superior, exaggerated form. Imperative line. It commands the audience to do some action. Provocative line. It is a statement or question that gets people thinking. Advertising line can also be characterized on the basis of the way they are presented in. We have the following advertising lines. Question type. A headline can be phrased like a question whose answer is generally in the advertisement itself. Command type. In these lines, the audiences are commanded.
People say it's really hard to follow a healthy routine. Guess what? You can do it. That it's almost impossible to eat healthy, but you can do it. That you can't improve your mouth's health with a toothpaste. With Colgate Total, you can.
Colgate Total does more than protect. It fights germs for 12 hours. In 24 hours starts to fortify enamel. And in 4 weeks helps improve gum health.
You see, for better mouth health, use Colgate Total.
Do more than protect. Improve mouth health with Colgate Total.
You can do it.
Curiosity type. These lines create inquisitiveness in the minds of the audience to go through the advertisement and know more about the product.
If you are, you breathe.
If you breathe, you talk.
If you talk,
You ask.
If you ask,
You think. If you think, you search.
if you search,
You experience.
If you experience,
you learn.
If you learn, you grow.
If you grow, you wish.
if you wish,
You find.
And if you find,
You doubt.
if you doubt, you question.
If you question,
You understand. And if you understand,
you know.
If you know, you want to know more.
And if you want to know more,
You are alive.
National Geographic Channel. Live curious.
Selective type. The appeal in this lines is made to a particular section and not the world at large. Boosting type. These line features the advertisement in an exaggerated form.
How do I want to live my life? For where I was yesterday, or where I want to be tomorrow? To survive, or to thrive? To live my dream, or to dream even bigger? To be faster, to work harder, to be undeniable. I want to define for myself what passion looks like, what commitment feels like. I prepare for what life demands, for what I demand of myself, for that moment when I'm doing what I was born to do. For the ice, for life, without compromise, without regret. Reebok. Live with fire.
Suggestive type. These slogans suggest ideas to the prospect. Summary. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Creative writing is anything where the purpose is to express thoughts, feelings and emotions rather than just convey information. Leaflets are a type of open letter or postcard designed to be handed out to people either by hand, by post, inserted in local newspaper for distribution, left in venues, shop, restaurant, cafes, libraries or anywhere they can catch someone's eye. Leaflets are usually made out of a single sheet of paper A4 folded in half A5 or in 3 A6. Brochures are also advertising pieces mainly used to introduce a company, organization and information about products and or services. The most common types of brochures are the bifold and the trifold brochures. Advertising lines, slogans or taglines are short lines that add a description of a brand or a product.